Hello there, welcome to another edition of Behind Closed Doors. On the show, what we do is we look critically at politics. Politics behind the room. I can dare to say that the doors are closed now, and it's time for us to be frank with ourselves and talk about politics, policies, things that affect the ordinary Nigerian out there when it comes to governance and policy making. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei, welcoming you especially to this beautiful edition. On today's edition, I have with me in the studios, I should say, a trailblazer in politics. She is a bold voice for women, youth, and the underserved. She's a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, and a seasoned political figure who made history in 2019 as the first female gubernatorial candidate in Oyo State, representing under the National Interest Party, NIP. And she has a background in social policy from Anglia Ruskin University in the UK. She has served both federally and at the state level, most recent as the Senior Special Assistant in Diaspora on Diaspora Affairs to Governor Seyi Makinde, where she championed the return and reintegration of trafficked Nigerians. She is the founder of BASA Foundation, a passionate advocate for inclusion and a woman of deep conviction who recently resigned from the People's Democratic Party, signaling her ambition to contest again in the 2027 governorship election in Oyo State. Please welcome with me Honorable Bolanle Aminat Sarumi-Aliyu, popularly known as BASA.
I was waiting for that. BASA the answer.
Okay. I think I love that. BASA
you.
the answer.
Thank you, Miss Evelyn.
But I must say your profile and your political journey is one that is inspiring, especially for women in politics. You know, when it comes to Nigerian politics, people believe that a woman should take the back seat. Mm-hmm. But for you, you said no, and you've been able to push yourself forward, still pushing yourself on till, you attain your ambition. And, for you, you say it's about the people. It's about inclusion, youth empowerment, and women in politics. Now, let's get to your political journey, especially the recent one where you are right now. You just left the People's Democratic Party. You sent in your resignation in June 2025. And most recent, you have also made people know that you're back to the ADC, the coalition.
Returned.
You've returned. So it's more like a homecoming for you.
Yes, it is.
I should ask this question. In 2019, you ran as the governorship candidate, or you were on the ballot as the governorship candidate under the NIP, but you jettisoned the ambition to join a coalition that brought in Governor Seyi Makinde.
No, so let's get it right.
Okay.
It's what they call Ibon Oshelu, if you understand Yoruba very well.
Okay.
They pushed it out publicly that I had stepped down alongside the other political gladiators. I'm talking Senator Lanley in ADC, Sarafadin Ali, all the other guys who had stepped down. I did not step down for Governor Seyi Makinde, and I repeat it everywhere.
But you worked
for
him to become governor.
I did not.
I
ran my election all the way to the end to break the jinx because no woman had done it before.
Yeah.
Yes, so I did not step down for him.
Wow. But then how come you made it to his cabinet as
there you go. So
SSA?
So he's an intelligent man.
Okay.
He must have calculated, do we leave this tough woman outside or do we bring her in? So definitely he decided to bring me in. And I also decided after that election, because INEC was going to deregister the party anyway, because if you don't make any election in any state, parties are always deregistered before another electoral cycle. And then I also told myself it's obvious a brand new party can't make it. You need to build enough structures. You need to make sure you have enough people here and there. And I decided, right, let's go into the PDP. So I didn't step down for him. Even when I met him, funny enough, I told him, I said, say Binoko even step down for you. He laughed. He said, Basa. I said, me step down, no, I'm not Bino. I had to do it for the women. I had to give us that courage to know that, yes, we can fire to the end. And I believe when it's our time, which will be soon, we will get there.
Okay, I mean, that means you didn't work for Seyi Makinde
No,
to
I
become the
didn't.
governor in
No,
2019.
nope.
You ran your race till
I
the very
ran my
end.
race to the very end. However, my agents were convinced that I had stepped down the same way the others had stepped down. So I don't know who planted a spy in my camp. She began to call them up and say, BASA has stepped down, BASA has stepped down. So I started getting calls 2 days to election. Mommy, you won't let you step down. When you step down, Bo, I didn't step down, no. What's going on here? Before I could, nip it in the bud, it was already too late. How can I start calling 5,000 agents, 5,000 canvassers, 5,000 observers, and then the people? I'd already done a 1-year campaign.
So that
it wasn't for a
work
joke.
in your favor.
No, but I believe it was God's doing, because nothing happens behind God. God allows things to happen. So I believe it wasn't my time then.
Okay, now that you are in the ADC, what would you say prompted your move to the ADC from the People's Democratic Party, knowing fully well that the People's Democratic Party is the leading party in the state, your state as it is right now. So what were the core issues that moved you from the PDP to the ADC?
The same thing that has moved many leaders from every state in Nigeria. I'm sure you're aware. You've been seeing the news being thrown out. For me in Oyo State, having served under Governor Seyi Makinde at that time for 2 years, having invested in PDP, Oyo State and nationally for almost 3 years up to that 2022, all I needed from the person whom I took as a leader was a simple phone call or a simple sit down and say, BASA or all my team, this is the plan, this is what we want to do. At the time, he's a leader, I'm his advisor. I stepped down, I resigned for me to contest for another seat, to aspire for another seat, and things didn't go well. And I saw that I would not be given a chance even in the near future. We have clamored for 35% affirmative action to be put in place. If we don't have that, if we don't have a leader that's ready to imbibe that, then where do I stand? I don't stand a chance under him. And then the PDP nationally, they all started doing what they did. The G5 was born and everything went wrong and the party collapsed. You cannot have a rotten foundation and try and build a 20-story building on that foundation. It's not going to work. Right now, I am the leader of almost all the PDP aspirants all over Nigeria, state by state, who aspired, who bought forms, who invested in the PDP last primaries. However, no single one phone call from both their governors in their states and even at the national level. There was never a meeting. There was never, oh, aspirants, where are you? All come, let's talk. What went wrong? What we should do better? Let's place you here, place you there. Nothing like that was done. But guess what? Billions of naira was made by the party. So calculate now, for example, in one local government, I want to be, say, for example, rep. 13 of us came out for the rep position, meaning 13 people bought forms. Millions of naira, right? 13 million. Multiply that by 33 local government. 14 reps. Multiply that by 36 states in Nigeria. Now the senators too. Multiply 3 per state. So it was billions of naira. All we needed was one simple invitation after all the primaries went wrong for many of us for certain reasons. Many of them, their governors abandoned them. Many of them, they were promised and they never met. Many of them, they were not up to the task and they lost their primaries. But there was no sit down. So if you dump, remember I said one local government, 13 people. You picked one person as your candidate. What happened to the remaining 12? What did you do with them? You threw them out. So how do you expect that one candidate to succeed? You've forgotten there were 12 jostling for it. Those 12 have minimum 10 followers. So automatically you've lost 120 voters. Because they won't feel included. They won't feel like they should work for that person. So it's a wrong move. And then I also saw that the PDP is not a party that will allow women aspire and get to the top offices that we need to.
Really?
Yes, if you see their record, as PDP ever fielded a woman, as a woman ever emerged as a governorship candidate in any state in Nigeria. However, guess what? The APC, they've done it more than once. Mama Taraba was a candidate. Binani, the last election, I believe she won. She was a candidate as well. And that's the APC. And this is the northern part of Nigeria also. And here we are in the southern part, and we've never allowed a woman to emerge.
So you're saying that for PDP as a party is not a party that promotes inclusion?
It does not encourage women at all. And the ADC, which I know then, when I joined them in 2018, and I went to meet His Excellency former President Olusegun Obasanjo, he told me, he said, this party is for women and youths. Please promote it in Oyo, join the team in Oyo, join the executives in Oyo, and promote it for women and youths. So I believe ADC will be the party that will encourage women and our youths to come into this mission.
Then why did you leave? I mean,
I've said it already. I said a leader that didn't carry along his followers.
No, why did you leave the ADC, not the PDP at the time? Yeah, since you already had, they will call it Orijo in Yoruba, that this particular
for
political
women and youths, right?
Then why did you move to the NIP, then to the PDP, and back to ADC?
I will help you. I will expatiate on it.
Please do.
So, you know, when we hear some politicians, they leave one party to another party, we always used to say, what's wrong with them? Why can't they stay in one place?
Yeah.
But when I experienced it, when I entered it, when I saw what goes on, I'm like, oh, wow, so this is why. So ADC, I was encouraged by the former president to use it as a platform, you know, for me to see if I can win the primaries, no problem. However, when I looked left and right, I saw political gladiators. Then I was, 33 years old. In my mind, I was like, do I stand a chance here? I'm like, okay, let's keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing because I believe in a free and fair process. Let's have a primaries. Let me, you know, speak to the delegates, see if it can happen. And then there's something we women face in politics. I call it my 3 Fs.
3 Fs?
Yes.
Okay.
One is called fear.
All right.
I don't have that at all because I'm from a warrior lineage. Okay. However, some women have that. They don't want to enter Nigerian politics because of the fear of being assassinated or killed or injured. I'm not bothered because my life belongs to God, right? Okay. Second one is financial. I don't have a problem there either because for me, the type of politics I run, what I give out, I see it more as charity. I see it more as giving back. So I empower people, etc. I'm not bothered, but you know, women, we are prudent, right? So we calculate what we're about to blow. So if I end up in a primaries and you're telling me to pay 5 million naira, for example, for you to vote me to become a candidate, I ain't going to give you that 5 million because it's a gamble. There's 12 of us. There's 13 of us. Why? How do I know you will vote for me in the end if I give you 5 million times 36 delegates? So women, the prudency in us doesn't allow us to want to enter politics because Nigerian politics has been monetized. Until we remove money from Nigerian politics, the teacher's child can never be president. The banker's son can never be a governor. You and I cannot sponsor our children to go for governor with 5 billion to be a governor in a state or 10 billion in some states. So we are doing ourselves in return, right? The people who are voting are doing themselves. They don't know. They are making all these guys that go and bring the money, borrow it, you know, wherever they get it from, make them governors. Then they get there, they oppress you and they suppress you and they want you to stay hungry. So that next election, they do what? They bribe you again for another vote. So back to your gist. So fear, finances, and the last one, frivolous offers. So I got a frivolous offer from someone who's supposed to be a leader. I'll protect his name. He's late now. And I was like, that ain't happening. I'm happily married. I'm not interested in messing around in politics. And I reported him to His Excellency. And he had to sit him down and say, what's your issue? I told you to encourage this lady. She's a young woman entering politics for the first time to contest properly. Support her and let us see where she can go. But that never happened. I wasn't informed what was going on anymore. I was indirectly feeling, so I had to exit. And this has nothing to do with the party. It's the person. It's the people. So I left it and then went into a cockroach party. You even missed that one. It's called ANRP. I call it cockroach party because it's a little party. No one knew about it. They had no strong gladiator behind them. I began to promote them. I went on radio. They told me they do free and fair primaries. That when it's time to vote for the primaries, they will say, who is voting for BASA? Stand behind BASA. Who is voting for Tunji? Stand behind Tunji. I'm like, good. I like that. Yeah. At least I will know it's what the people want. If I lose, I will support Tunji. If Tunji loses, he should support me. Not the one that they do behind or they count or they, you know. Then they said we had to buy membership cards. People have to be members to be able to vote. So I told my people, oh yeah, I'll go online, go to their website. Let's buy membership cards. We had 1,000 people ready to vote for me with 3,000 hard-earned money. So 3 million naira, right? Okay. I had aspirants from different local governments that wanted to go for assembly. I bought their forms for them. We're talking hundreds of thousands of naira multiplied by 15 of them. I sponsor them because they are young youths. They do not have the money. Some of them just graduated from university. Some of them have little jobs they are doing. I was like, don't worry about the spending. I will support as long as the people in this community chose you. So I told the communities to give me who is a good child, who is a good son or daughter of this area. Since you are the ones voting, oh yeah, vote your own person in now. Because I calculated it, I was like, okay, who votes? They said the people who are in the grassroots. Oh yeah, give me a candidate. Give me somebody, I'll support that person. So we all bought forms, ready to aspire on the day. On the day of the, 3 days before the primaries, the national called me. BASA, hey, well done. Please, we need the list of the people that are coming to vote for you, your followers, your members. I said, why? Go online now. Go to your website now. Why should I tell you the people who are coming to vote for me? Print out the database for your state. Even if it's 1 million people, bring the thing out. When people are entering, ask them for their ID card. Check the name. They enter. Check the name. It means they are members, right? Paid members. That's your rules. I wouldn't give them. They had to ask a lady whom I went to secondary school before. They told her to tell me to submit my list. Otherwise, there will be no primaries. So I was indirectly under duress. I was forced to submit it. I gave them a list of 1,000 people. Now, I had more than 1,000 people on that day. Why? Remember, I had all these 15 aspirants that I'm sponsoring. They all have family members. So they all turned up with minimum of 100 people. I paid for 3-4 buses from different local governments in Oyo State. I wanted to let the people know that I'm not just a candidate for for Ibadan. I have people all over the state. So I brought people from Ibarakwa. I sponsored the movement from Okyogo. I sponsored everybody. So we're all there. We're almost close to 2,000. I had to tell them, but you people can't vote. Now it's only 1,000 that vote. They say, Mommy, leave that one. We want to witness a woman emerging as a candidate in this Oyo State. It's never happened before. Candidates, not even winning yet. So it was time to vote. We got to the place around 8. So I was there 7 a.m. People started coming by 8. Primaries should start 10 a.m. INEC, we couldn't find INEC. We couldn't find the party executives. I saw the guy that's been sponsoring them, whom was their chosen candidate who lived abroad. He lived in America. He was there with 30 people. I had this 1,000 troop behind me. The video is on Facebook. Remind me, please, to keep sharing it. My PA there. Remind me to update that video to show people that we are the ones doing ourselves. We are the ones fielding the wrong people for positions. So when they get there, they'll do us wrong. So they didn't do the primaries. We were all, people were agitated. People were angry. I was like, calm down, calm down. They said, no, they've rigged us. I said, nothing has happened yet. Calm down. They turned up around 1:30 to start the primaries. They said, oh yeah, it's time for primaries. Everybody have your ID cards ready. As my people were entering, I was standing there beside the registrar. I saw somebody that's called Titi Ali. His name changed to Tubango Adibada. Somebody that's Ben Oze became Benedict Abba, Nigeria. They couldn't find their names. So as soon as you don't see your name, they'll say out. Next person came. They'll say out. You're not a member. My sister, I cried that day. I was like, so a cockroach party too can do this to us, all because of money, all because of greed. And the leader of that party is a woman. The chairman is a woman.
Okay. So
I was like shocked at what is going on here. So until we solve the problem of Nigeria when it comes to having a proper welfare system, give us our basic amenities, let us have light when we need it. Let us have constant light. Oh, a lot needs to be done right. Otherwise, we'll never get it. That's why I had to leave them as well. That same night, I got a phone call from Abuja. My friend who owned a political party that never charged for any forms. They never asked us to pay for any membership form. She called me and she told me, Basa, would you like to use NIP? That's National Interest Party. I was like, yes, because the dream is alive and I'm not going to give up. And there we started with NIP. That's how I used NIP to the end, including those my 15 aspirants for assembly. I brought them along into the party. But guess what? 10 of them didn't believe in their ambition. They thought they can never win. So the opposition candidates for assembly, PDP and APC, toasted them and told them to step down for them. So these guys went and stepped down. They promised them PA when they become assembly people. Can you imagine the mentality? So in the end, when we lost, obviously they were dumped. The people they supported didn't make them PA. When I then joined the PDP after the election, they now started calling me, Mommy, don't forget us when you get there. I say, get where? You got there before me. So go and meet your person that wanted to make you PA. After I've spent money on campaign materials in that local government, and you just dumped me like that. You need to contest no matter what. When it's your time, you will get there. President Goodluck Jonathan never knew he was going to be president. God made it his own time. He never paid for any billboard or any poster to be president. I can give so many other examples. Thank you.
So, I mean, you said you've summarized your
My
political
journey. So sometimes when we
till
see
the 80s.
people are leaving to different, there are so many reasons.
Yeah. So would you say for you moving from the ADC to the ANRC to the
ANRP to NIP,
NIP to PDP, then back to the ADC, would you say that it's based on values and not political calculations?
First is the values. There was no way I would stay in a party that wanted to rig me out. That means they're corrupt. So no matter what I do with them, it will taint my name. I have a name, Sarumi name, my father's name. If anybody knows us, Google it. We have nothing criminally, nothing. We're not corrupt. We are nation builders. So I'm not going to spoil my name because of political calculations. If I have to calculate politically, I would stay in the ruling party every time. I would stay with His Excellency Tinubu. I would work so that I can be part of them for what? Well, for me to get an appointment? No, I do not see them doing the people right. I want the people to be done right. So wherever the people are and wherever my passion aligns with and my integrity, my values, that's where I will stay. That's where I will stay.
So it's not political calculations. It's just
I have not calculated anything yet. I've not needed to calculate. But the passion is there. I want to be, the governor of this state.
Let's talk about this ADC coalition. I mean, let's look beyond Oyo State, national level. The crop of people that came together to form this coalition using the ADC as the umbrella, as the platform. Quite a number of Nigerians believe that these are still the same set of politicians that brought us to where we are. Let's say it's just old wine in a new bottle is still same. What is the difference between half a dozen and 6?
So the problem is, if you do not enter politics, if you that is observing, that thinks you can do it well, do not come in, it will still be the same old wine. And sometimes older wine is actually sweet wine. Experience is needed in politics.
Okay.
So we definitely need someone very experienced. We need people who are much experienced to be able to topple what we are trying to topple right now. You cannot use a newbie that's not been slapped or beaten. I don't mean physically, but politically has not been bashed. Yeah. That person is not going to understand the angles. Like what I've explained to you with my journey, you would know that now she would have learned that, okay, don't rely totally thinking that because you're, promoting the party, it means you'll have a free and fair thing. Never submit your list of your delegates. You understand? So we need that coalition. We need it, and we need them. Sometimes rumors get spread about saying that maybe some leaders were not good. But guess what? It's actually sometimes the cabinet members in or under some leaders that are not good. And you can't see it all. You can become a governor of a state today, have 20 commissioners, 1 for roads, 1 for women affairs. At the end of the day, you're pushing 100 million to women affairs for them to empower 100 women, for example, monthly. That woman affairs commissioner might decide to empower 90 of her family members. So when the complaints will start in the states, they will say the governor is horrible to us. They will not know that the governor funded that ministry, but that person did not do their job. They serviced it for their own personal gain. So all these gladiators you're talking about, they are well experienced, and we need someone, people that are very experienced to be able to take over in 2027.
But people believe that, some people, by the way, believe that ADC, the coalition ADC is a disaster waiting to happen because for people, they believe that with the likes of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, with the likes of former minister Rotimi Amechi, former governor Peter Obi, who also contested in 2023, with the likes of Rauf Aregbesola and all these other people.
What's the disaster there? What is the disaster?
They believe that these people have ambition, the presidential
So they might not align. Right. So at this point, they know that they have to work together. Otherwise, we're going to miss it again. Simple as that. If they do not marry each other and drop ambitions here and there and align with the figures, like you say, political calculations, if we look at it, Atiku and Obi ticket is a success. The time they contested together, they had over 12 million votes. This last election, His Excellency Tinubu had 6 point something million votes. So if you marry these two together, what does it mean? It means automatic victory.
So you're pushing for an Atiku Obi ticket?
I would love an Atiku Obi ticket, 100%. Because before we became obedient, we were always articulated. Obedient was born in 2022. Articulated has been there 20, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. If you know His Excellency Atiku, you will know he's a true Democrat to the end. He believes in democracy. He wants democracy to thrive. He wants a free and fair primaries. He wants everything to go properly. He's never rigged any primaries, never rigged any election.
Honorable Bolanle, you know, some people would disagree with...
Please give me facts.
With your last statement.
Which
that, Waziri Atiku Abubakar
is a true Democrat.
Believes in a free and fair election.
Primaries. Yes. Primaries and election.
Because, you know, we knew what happened, or we heard what happened in the primaries for the 2023 election.
What happened? Please tell me.
I was told, I mean,
you were told
that the primaries was dollarized. There was dollars flying here and there. In fact, that birthed the animosity between Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Minister Wike.
So whose fault is it?
Till this day, Minister Wike still carries that cloak of
he didn't bring dollars. He didn't bring dollars.
Did he?
No, you tell me.
You were probably there.
So you say they told you that Atiku dollarized the mission. So Wike did what? Riverized the mission. Then what did who else was there? Obi was there, right? What did Obi do? Neverized the mission.
So what are you saying? The dollars was flowing from all corners.
My sister.
Nobody can be exempted. Is that what you're saying?
Nobody had a gun to their head to go and vote for a candidate, an aspirant on that day. Delegates turned up. People like you and I, your family members, your cousins, your aunties, same with me. They turned up in Abuja to vote for who they wanted.
So would you say that
did you hear there was did you hear there was violence on that day? Did they shoot anybody?
No.
Nobody was injured, right? It was a free and fair primaries. Now, you will do your political calculations. There's something we call akmole in Yoruba. It's not bribery. It's like you come and visit me. I thank you for coming. I entertain you. I take care of you. What have I done?
Was that what happened?
Would you say that was corrupt what I did? You get me now?
Was that what happened?
People left their homes from different states in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They traveled to Abuja, right, with their hard-earned monies. So you mean they shouldn't be taken care of? No problem. We'll get there one day, 20 years' time. If I tell you to come to Abuja to vote for me today, the flight to and fro is 320,000 naira. Are you sure you will come with your free money? I won't have to pay for that flight and you'll come and vote for me because you love me. So when you come back, you become broke when your wages are less than 200,000 a month.
Honorable Bolanle,
so it is going to be free and fair. I was telling you about
you mentioned earlier on this show that politics in Nigeria has been monetized. Now
but they didn't force them to collect it.
Now it seems you're backing the same
I'm not backing no.
You were against just a few minutes ago.
I said it was
because
the end.
you were also a victim of what happened.
And did you hear what I said in the end? I said, let's remove money from politics.
So are you saying what happened in the primaries?
I never said anybody bought anybody. I said it was a free and fair primaries. There was no gun held to any delegate's head.
But there were dollars.
I don't know. You saw the dollars. I didn't see any dollars.
You didn't see them.
All I saw was aspirant Wike, aspirant Atiku, aspirant Obi, and they said, go and vote. They sat down and then people went to vote for them. So I never saw any money sharing, right? And if money was shared, then that means everybody had to share the money. Okay? So, talking about Atiku, right? He wants democracy to thrive. Like me now, I gave you an example of me and you now. Okay, let's say I have a primaries coming up in Abuja and you are one of the delegates to vote for me on that day and you love me to bits. However, she's there also. She wants to contest as well. And I call you up. I say, Evelyn, please come to Abuja. Make sure you vote for me. Cast your vote for me. You're like, I want to come, BASA. But unfortunately, the flight to and fro is 300 and something thousand. My salary is 80K. Okay, come by road. BASA, kidnappers are on Nigerian road. Then what about accidents on the way? Even to and fro with road now is 60K or 50K. So that means your wage gone. Now it's not even payday. It's on the 5th of the month. You've gotten paid on the 30th. You finish the money. You're waiting for the next one. So that means I've lost a vote, ba? However, this person who knows that we need to ginger the mission for the mission to happen, for him to win. That person now calls you after me and say, Evelyn, I heard you're one of the delegates that want to come and vote in Abuja. Why are you not coming? Please, I need your vote. You're like, I want to come, but I can't afford to come. Forget that one now. Haba, we are together now. Sends you a flight ticket, puts you in Transcorp Hilton Hotel, pays for your feeding.
Yeah.
Auntie, who will you vote for?
You want us to field, you want the ADC to field the Atiku Obi candidacy.
I have my wish.
That's your own wish.
That's my wish.
Your own will.
As a political strategist.
Do you think that, especially the obedient movement, they would want Obi to play a second fiddle to Atiku?
There's no second fiddle. If you are partnering with someone who believes in true democracy, there's no second fiddle. I personally also wouldn't want to be a deputy governor, for example, if the governorship candidate is not a good person.
Okay.
I would just gently leave. I wouldn't want to spoil my name in that process. Now, back to the other gist of money politics.
Yeah.
The only way we can end the fielding of bad candidates is very simple.
Okay.
You all watching me in this room need to join us in this politics. Begin to join a political party, go for the ward meetings, go for the local government meetings, dialogue with the party, then make up the structure together. So if I, for example, want to be governor and I have 5 principal people that will vote for me, one is a banker, one is a organizer, one is a tailor, one is a teacher, one is a this, they all have good things doing for them, right?
Yeah.
They will vote genuinely on that day. But you don't enter politics. You just watch and observe.
And
many
analyze.
of you and analyze wrongly most times. But I am close to the people I am talking about. And I can tell you for a fact, they have good plans for Nigerians. But you will not get it. And there's always twists online. They pay some people to go online and say bad things about some people to play them down. We need the obedience to sit down and calculate themselves politically. Can they run it on their own again? And can they win the sitting presidency? If they know they can't, then let us work together. Let's remember we had 12-point-something million votes together as Obi and Atiku. So that's definitely obedient and articulated. Let's marry the two. That means instead of 12 million, we should be able to get 15 to 18 million because more voters have emerged.
Yeah.
More obedience have come alive. More articulated also have come alive. And let's run it together.
Well,
Let's get it wrong.
Well, the Southerners are saying that they do not want power to go back to the North. That the South should have it for 8 years since the late president. I mean, it's somehow.
May so rest in peace.
May so rest in peace. You know, referring to him as late, but the late president Muhammadu Buhari had his own 8 years. So the South should also have 8 years. If there should be an option to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 election, it should be a Southerner.
Are you sure they've calculated it well? I don't think so.
Have they?
President Obasanjo did 8 years, Southerner. After him was President Umaru Yar'Adua, who did how many years?
2.
2. Now, after him was Goodluck Jonathan, president. He did how many years?
6.
4. Well, 6. So 6 as Southerner plus 8 as Southerner, that's 14. After President Jonathan, we had President Buhari for 8 years. So 8 plus 2, Umaru Yar'Adua, makes 10. So 10 for Northerner. How many for Southerner?
14.
14, right? Then you have President
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu on 4 years. So 4 plus, what was that?
14.
Making
18.
18. Northerner.
10.
So whose turn is it?
Well, I would leave Nigerians to answer that
So you
question.
see, when many young people are online talking and analyzing, they're not analyzing very well. Now, forget zoning. I don't believe in zoning. I don't believe in let's take a zone now, take another zone. No. Let's pick someone who genuinely wants Nigeria to be better. Let's pick someone who will build us a great country.
And for you, that's Atiku.
Well, for me, it will be Atiku and Obi joined together. They will do it together.
So you're saying that if we have an Atiku as a president for the ADC, it must be an Obi that would.
It will be good to have an Obi
deputize him
as a VP. Yes.
What of Rotimi Amechi? To
Political
deputize
strategies.
an Atiku.
If I look at the elections and the voting pattern, it's definitely the obedience we need on board.
Okay, so I'd like you to react to the statement made by the acting PDP PRO, of Oyo State, and he's also the youth leader, Michael Ogunshina. It says here, I saw a post of his and I thought to just bring it forth. It says there is no single prominent person from Oyo State in this coalition.
Oh, he said that.
That's talking to the ADC coalition. He said, we are too smart in this state. It's either APC or PDP. How do you react to this? And does this mean that he does not consider you prominent enough, as a politician? And also, does that mean there are no prominent politicians in Oyo State in this coalition, ADC?
And that's why their party is empty now.
Is their party empty?
Oh, of course. If you can say someone is not prominent, anyone that's invested 1 year in a political party, talk less of 3 years, 5 years, that person is a stakeholder in that party. You never look down on anybody. Anybody that's attended 1 or 2 meetings is a prominent person in that party. So I don't know what quantification he used. I don't know how he quantified it. But ADC has enough backing and they have enough people who sabi politics.
Who are the other people in ADC?
In ADC, in Oyo State?
Yes.
Well,
I consider prominent.
Myself openly, I'm already in it, and everybody has seen it. I'm sure many of their own people too, they are there. 1 leg there, 1 leg in. But hopefully they'll come out open as well.
Okay, you are saying that there are some PDP.
I am sure, APC as well. There are APC sitting senators and reps, etc. Some of them who are coming to ADC. Do you want to place? Do you want to bet with me by December you will see an influx of loads of people coming, pulling out behind them?
Okay, so what about those that are visible now, that they are not 1 leg in, 1 leg out?
We have many,
2 legs in.
Many people. I don't need to mention names, but people who understand politics, people who are grassrooted. Do you know the most important thing is to be grassrooted, not just be online and be flashing. Be grassrooted. So we have a lot of leaders from various aggrieved sections. We have aggrieved PDP people in our midst who are leaders as well. I can't begin to mention. Do you want some names? Yeah. There are a lot of names.
Please mention.
Okay, so let's start in Oyo town, Oyo Alaafin. We have Baba White. Yeah. We have, let's go to Okiogun. We have Baba Dirogba. Okay. Yeah, Sulaiman is in the ADC. He never left. We have in Ugbomoso. A lot of people. But you know your state, how they operate. So they're trying to downplay us. They're trying to downplay what the ADC is. Do you know for the past 2 weeks now, I've been going around each local government and I've been speaking to people. I'm going to share the video soon online. I've been asking them, what's your thoughts on ADC? They're like, interfere. For APC, for PDP, God has brought a new order for us. So the people believe in this new order and they are going to stay with us because they've tried the left, they've tried the right, they haven't gotten what they really, really, really need.
So you join in the ADC. What is the need for you? What has the coalition promised you? Or are you just moving because someone you consider a leader, that's Waziri Atiku Abubakar, is in that coalition?
So I believe if you check the dates and all that, you will see I resigned June 12th and I joined the ADC also, I think, a few weeks after that. Yeah. So what is in it for me in Nigeria is for me to see a better Nigeria. My mom is English. I'm half English, half Nigerian. I can choose to live in the United Kingdom peacefully. I would have my light 24/7. I would have a proper job that pays me well. If I fall sick, I will get free health care. Not Nigeria that, God forbid, if I fall sick now, I have to pay millions of naira if it's something deadly. Do you get? So what is in it for me is for a better Nigeria. So I want all the genuine leaders, wherever they are in Nigeria, to pull out en masse. Come out from wherever you are and let's run this together. Let us have a better Nigeria, because it's saddening when you travel abroad and they look down upon us Nigerians and they talk down that Nigeria is a horrible place. It's terrible. We cannot align to another country. I naturally, through birth, I can align with the United Kingdom. But imagine someone like you, for example. What do you align with? Isn't it just Nigeria? It's Nigeria for now until you get married. Even if you get married, it's still Nigeria that started in you. So we need people to come out. So mine is for a better Nigeria. Nothing selfish about it.
Whether or not you get the ADC gubernatorial candidacy.
Of course. I will support if I see that whoever comes out is credible. track records, and a meeting with the person that please let me know what you are going to do for the people when you get there. All I need is to dialogue with the person. By the time I talk to the person for a few hours, I'll know that, this one is coming to come and loot and launder. I will not stay under that person, no, because they will spoil my name together. They will say, Nigba tanwo in your BASA, Nigba tanwo in your di governor, in BASA no one no jobber. No way. I'll go, I'll continue my NGO, I'll continue doing what I can do for the people.
You'll leave the ADC.
I can stay in the party. I will stay in the party, but I will not support a governor or even a president that begins to maltreat Nigerians. I will exit from whatever. If I'm working with them, I will pull out.
Okay.
Yes, integrity matters for me.
You know, I love the way you are putting in the Yoruba, because I've heard...
I got A1 in Yoruba.
Really?
Yes, English, I got credit. Your English must be better than mine.
Well, I had a B2 in Yoruba.
You had a B in English?
In
Yoruba? No way.
I had a B2
Oh, good.
So I speak Yoruba well.
So you were raised here?
Yes.
Oh, nice one.
But
nice
then,
one.
you know, I've heard and I've, you know, seen comments online where people see you speak.
Don't mind them. They
like,
don't know that I can speak Yoruba.
She's not one of us. Are you sure she's an indigenous of Oyo
I've
State?
told them I'm going to give them a video soon. Some of them will say, Ombora, she's bleaching.
Yeah.
They don't know that I'm not bleaching. This is my color.
Yeah.
Just like your color as well.
Yeah.
They say, so Yoruba. They don't know that this one now, Onyibo Miss Road, Oyinbo.
I like that.
I love it.
I
I love my culture. I love my language. I love Nigeria. Die.
Wow.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you, madam.
All right. So let's move on. Let's talk about female in politics.
It's hard.
How
It's
hard
tough.
is it?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Hard because we are wives, some of us. We have children. So we are busy raising the children, taking care of the man, because most men are still babies. You know, there was a time my husband he went on Google. He said, Google said we're not matured till we're 40. That was many years ago. I was like, Mr. Man, you're listening to Google. You should be more mature than me. So we're taking care of our husbands, we're taking care of our children, we're running a business, we're taking care of the home. Then we decide to enter politics. If you don't go and meet some leaders, they'll say you're rude, you're snobbing. If you don't turn up here to do some meetings, they'll say she doesn't even turn up. Why should we include her in the mission? We're doing plenty things. Luckily for the men, they just go wherever they are going. So what responsibilities do they have? They don't have as much as us. They have their businesses, yes. They provide for their homes, but they're not doing as much as us women do in the homes. So we do a lot. However, I've told women, I said, look, we have to enter this politics. So, because guess what? I'm a pepper seller, for example. I raised my child and sent my child to Polytechnic of Ibadan. I spent almost 1 million for that child to become a graduate. Now, where's the job for that child? No job. I am a teacher. I raised my child to go. Where is the job for my child? My child is driving an Okada now. Nothing wrong with an Okada driver, but you can't be a graduate and be doing Okada business. It is wrong because you've spent a lot of money. Instead, you should have used the 1 point something to buy the Okada from primary school, from secondary school, and be riding it and know that that's your own business. So it's totally wrong. So we need to come into this. If we don't, our children can't get to where they need to get to. And they will turn to bad vices, which will end up, killing some of them, etc. So we need to get involved. So it's tough, but we can't give up. So we shouldn't.
What structures do you think that Nigeria political parties can put in place to encourage women? We have the 35%.
Which they don't practice. In Oyo State right now, you have 2 female assembly members out of 32. That's totally wrong. They were supposed to have 14 reps. Okay, we're supposed to have 14 reps in a state. Do you know there's no one single woman in the 14 reps right now in the state? You have, there's one. Honorable Shadikwe and Ohiolei. Now, senatorial districts, you're supposed to have 3 senators in a state. All of them are men again. So imagine what other states too have done. That's why we clamored last primaries and asked His Excellency Sheyi Makinde to give us, even if he was saying it, minimum 3 assembly women, 3 female reps out of 14, and 1 senatorial. But we never got that. Only the 2 female assembly. So what we need to do is, yes, the solution is either the party itself must make it, INEC must make it mandatory that every political party, when you want to field candidates for your elections, you must adhere to that 35% affirmative action. So it means 35% of 14 slots you are bringing. Let's see how many is that. Let's see your odd 4 female reps. Out of your 3 senatorial, let's see 1. So that will make life easier. That way, we now get 35% of women in the cabinet. Then if you like, cancel the law later. Say no more 35% because I don't like freebies. I like to fight for my rights. I like to work for it. I don't want a free form. I want to pay for my form, right? But we cannot succeed until there's a balance. Currently in the Senate now, you have just 4 or 5 women as senators out of 109. So imagine when I want to push something out, a law, and I need my male counterparts to support me. They'll say, no, we're not doing. So the ayes will have it, the nays will not have it. Same thing with assembly also. Yeah. You have hundreds of them, and the women are not more than, 28 or so. So it's totally wrong. Go to Tanzania, go to all these African countries. They have brought in more women into their mission, and they used that law for them to reach to where they are now. And it's a balance. If you don't have a balance, some people will keep being deprived. Same way with, we should have people with disability also. They should have some slots. They should have youth. Youth too should have some slots. So there should be some age limit to say if you're over 40, you can't go for rep again. If you're over this age, you can't do senator. Do you get? So that the young ones too can come in and have a chance too. So there's a long way to go, my sister.
Okay, I mean, we also have the not too young to run law.
What happened to that one? That one died on arrival.
Did it?
Yes, because where are the youths? The youths can't survive it. How can you survive to pay 5 billion to become a governor in your state if you're a young person that just started life? How can you be a senator when you spend over 300, 500 million to become a senator? Where will you, unless you steal the money? And if you steal the money, that means you're coming with a stolen mentality. So we're in trouble when the youth get there that had to steal to get there.
So we need a total overhaul of our political space.
Yes, they do.
In Nigeria.
They need to remove charging forms, because that's where political parties make their money from. They charge. For example, presidential, how much was it last election for APC? Was it 80 million, 100 million? Can you imagine? 100 million. So all those amounts need to be removed totally, so that even someone that doesn't have money can enter and say, yes, I want to contest to start with.
How do political parties fund their candidates?
They shouldn't have to fund it now if we remove money politics. They shouldn't have to fund it if people are not waiting for you to bribe them to vote. If I don't pay, you don't pay. We all decide as candidates that don't buy any vote. Me too, I'll say I'm not buying. Me too, I'll say I'm not buying. They have to vote for who they want in the end now. But it will not work like that, because when we have agreed we're not going to buy votes, you will go behind because you don't have confidence, or she doesn't have, or I don't have confidence. You go and bribe them. They will now follow you.
All right. Let's come back to Oyo State. There is this viral video of yours where you criticized the 64 billion naira renovation. 63 billion naira renovation for done by the Seyi Makinde administration for the government house. You said that is not the way to go, and you also gave logical solutions to how that particular building should have been renovated without the government spending
a penny.
Money on it.
Spend anything.
I'd want you to, they say it's easier said than done. I want you to react to that. So
I got a lot of emails from different residents in Oyo State, and they sent me the article because I didn't even see it. They say, Excellency, please help us. So governor wants to spend 63 billion on a government house. This is waste of money. We need money for this one. So I went to go and look for the article. I read it very well in detail. So I said, okay, I can't reach him. He's not going to pick my call. I'm going to do him a nice video so that when he sees it, probably he's being advised by someone beside him saying that they need to do it. I say, Excellency, this is not the time to decorate palaces. This is the time to decorate lives. This is the time to give back to the people. You are living in under 2 years. If I was a selfish person and I believe I will be the governor, I would say, let him do up the house for me. That's where I want to live. But no. Leave it the way it is. When he became governor, he should have begun to renovate that place. If you do it in stages, if you do it in partnership with businesses, you would have built that place without spending government money. I'll tell you why. Oyo State money is inside various banks in Oyo State. I'm sure Wema Bank, if I can't remember all the banks, let's assume Wema is holding Oyo State money. Access is holding Oyo State money. First Bank has Oyo State money with them. We're talking billions of naira, right? All I need to do is have a meeting with them. Of course, I would have been a good governor to them. Of course, I would have given them, you know, whatever support they need in the state, because they won't answer me if I don't, right? I will call them and sit them and say, can you see the government house? See how it looks like. Please, I need your help. What can you do? They will put it under their corporate social responsibility. Wema Bank will say, we can't do more than 2 buildings. I'll say, thank you very much. What about you too? It's service to humanity. I don't mind begging you to help me, because I don't want to spend the money that should be used for empowering people's lives, giving them basic health care, giving our children proper schools. You need to see what I saw 3 days ago on the way to Okiogun saying. I saw 5 kids from the age of, the oldest was 9, 5, 4, 3. They were going like this happily on the express, some thin road leading to Iseyin, right? They were like, no, yeah, Iseyin. They were like laughing, going, I just told the my convoy, pull over. I want to see where they are going. I want to ask them some questions. So when they saw us pull over and the soldiers, police came out, they were like, So the kids stood still. I said, Kai, they have street mentality. They've trained them that if you see a car, don't go near it because of kidnappers.
Yeah.
I said, why would children be on the road at this time, 6, 7 o'clock? 7 a.m. They said they're going to school. They were wearing uniform. So one Okada man saw that we are trying to approach the children. So the man blocked. He stood there like to guard them. I was like, thank you, please, come sir, move closer. We're not kidnappers. I'm glad you stayed. I was like, why did you stay? He said, because I don't know who you guys are, and they are children from the nearby village. Okay. I said, thank you for doing that, sir, because we could have just kidnapped them easily. They were little chickens, just, you know? So they told me they were going to school. I said, where is the school? My sister, all I could see was bushes. I couldn't see any school. So I told the Okada man, do you know them? He said, yes, they're from one village. Can I have your own phone number? He gave me his phone number. I said, I would love to come to that village. Then they will show me the school where these children have to trek a good 10 minutes to go to school. Haba. This is 6 years in His Excellency's government. He needs to drive around. He needs to go and see what his people have been doing. He needs to see the type of schools they have built for the children. So that's why I did that video, out of compassion. It's a waste of money for me. I even put a business angle to it because I've been in business since the year of 21. I said, Excellency, carry that 63 billion, share it to 20,000 business people in Oyo State, small businesses. Give them 3 million naira alone. If I give you 3 million naira alone now to add to your business, madam, and I ask you to contribute 10,000 naira as taxes, won't you do it? 10,000 naira a month as taxes. That 3 million will yield you 4 million by the end of the month. For next month, you will have almost 5 million. You'll be growing your money. What's 10,000 naira? Now, 10,000 naira multiplied by 20,000 people that I gave that 3 million to. In a year, that's 2 billion in IGR. So renovating a house when you're leaving. So you've done it what? For the next governor coming that will tell you that I don't like color purple. I like color yellow. And that one too will do renovation again. And we continue wasting money on wrong things.
Do you think this renovation I should ask you this question because I've heard quite a number of people also put that out on social media, that when a government starts to renovate, especially maybe government offices, it's a way to siphon money. Do you think that's what happened in Oyo State? Do you think it's a cause for alarm for Governor Seyi Makinde to use 63.4 billion naira to renovate a government house? Like you said, when we should be renovating lives and not buildings.
So I wouldn't know whether it's a siphoning mission. However, it's a misplaced priority at this time. Some people cannot afford 1 square meal a day. Many businesses have crumbled. If you give somebody selling pepper in the market today 20K to add to their business, they will roll on the floor and be clapping for you. There's a woman we saw the other day when we were going to Ibarapa. A trailer had pushed over all her soya beans onto the express. I had to pull over. She was gathering her things. My team were like, let's go. We can't stay here. It's late. I said, what? Stop. I'm seeing 3 women there. They are packing soya beans on the road. They've lost money. I had to approach them. That what happened? They said the trailer pushed them aside. Their things are poured on the floor. I said, how much is all this? She said about 20,000. I said, I'll give you. I gave the woman 20,000. Till date, she's been calling, praying for me. I said, don't worry, continue that prayer. So it's misplaced priority. And that's why I told you we need a balance in governance. If Governor Seyi Makinde had the balance, yeah, we will bring up things that would make sense for the people, not renovation. There's no need. If you wanted to renovate that place from beginning, when you became the governor, you should have moved into that place. Because every year you get housing allowance. Every year you get furniture allowance as a sitting governor, and even the assistants as well. So what happened to the furniture? What happened to housing allowance? If you had poured it in the government house, we won't be talking about renovation by now. My intention is to move in there and renovate house by house to save government money.
Okay, so you have declared interest in the 2027 governorship race. So I should ask you, what will be the core message of your campaign? What are you going to be doing differently from what we have seen Governor Seyi Makinde and probably his predecessors do?
So I've always said anywhere I went, there are good things governor has done. We'll definitely pay wages on time. The same thing he started. I love the 25th because that's what we're operating also now. You know, we've been operating in Abuja as well. I would definitely not hold pensioners because they need to be paid. So he did that. I give him kudos for all that. I speak the truth when I need to, you know, I don't lie and I don't hide things. Mine will be people-centered, immediate, urgent, finding out who are even the populace. I don't think that's ever been done. They should give me statistics. How many youths do we have under the age of 30 in Oyo State? How many elderly do we have? If you do not know the numbers of people you have, you can never push out policies to benefit those people. How many artisans do we have in Oyo State? You need to document them. Now, once I've documented and I know that, okay, Oyo State has 2 million artisans, that is the barbers, mechanic, butchers, market women, that means they need money for business. Oyo State has 1 million elderly, that means we have a good population. They need free health care from the age of certain age. They need recreation centers where they can chill out and hang out and be normal, not just being locked up in a room. I met one woman carrying a heavy basket selling oro. This woman is almost 80 something, shaking like this on the way to Oyo town. Mama, kile nshelo titi montajani. How much is this, mama? That thing was 2,000 naira only. Every basket, I say, Egbesile, I have a video for it too. I'm doing all this on purpose now. Before, I've always done things without recording or documenting, but people are saying I have to push it out so that people can feel me genuinely and know what I'm about. I paid that woman 5,000 naira. She was crying. I said, please take my number. You don't have a phone? She said, yes. Call me when you get home or find. She said, I'll find somebody. Let's keep in touch. Pray for me to get there. I will not let you work. I'll be giving you pension where you'll be collecting proper money. You don't have to be a civil servant to collect pension alone. They need pensions too. The artisans, the stay-at-home mothers who have grown old, anybody elderly needs to be given money monthly for them to survive with. My mother in England, she's 78 years old. The government gives her almost 200,000 naira if you convert the money weekly. She don't know what to do with it. They pay for her house rent. So she has excess money. So she goes to the salon. She feeds herself with it. We tell her, Mom, let's be giving you money. She said, no, I don't need it. Send me on holidays. The government is taking care of me. So we send her on cruises. We pay for her trip. She's going to America in 2 weeks' time to meet my sister there. That is how it should be. Now the young ones, the youths, before they leave university, there'll be things they'll be doing. We in England, when you're 15 years old, you start working in corner shops. So like all this, your shop right here, you would send your 15-year-old son or daughter to go there, work at the counter or stack shelves and collect maybe 5K a day to teach them not to be lazy. They do it from 15 years old there. My daughter went to it as well. She's a graduate now, 25 years old, a teacher in Korea. We will encourage that as well, so that by the time they're getting older, they understand that even while you're in school, you can be doing a side hustle. You can be in university, be plaiting hair for people in your dorm, in your hostel. You can be in university, be selling recharge cards for your mates. You can be in university and have your POS, where people are removing money. And you understand? So we will make sure the people thrive. I don't want anybody following any politician, begging politician for their livelihood. It is wrong. That's my own reign.
Okay.
And more.
And this will be the BASA even after
people
election.
First. People first.
Because, you know, there is this distrust.
Yes, that they say when they get there, they change.
Exactly.
My sister, it was always in their blood. Power doesn't change you. I am powerful as I'm speaking to you, and I've not attained any elective office before. So they already had it embedded in them. When they now got to the powerhouse, they now had the soldiers, police guarding them. They had their DSSs. So they felt more powerful and they pushed you out. BASA is all about people. I grew up in Basharun. If you know Basharun, it's surrounded by Oluwonla and Oluwokikere villages. So all the while growing up, they were my friends. So I know what they were going through in their different homes. And I know how I used to take my mom's money and my dad's money. I used to tell them there's problem. I need to help somebody. I paid for jam forms for people at the age of 13, 14, 15, till date. You can go to that Oluwonla, ask anybody there. Do you know Bolanle Sarumi? They call me Amina growing up. So I lived around them. So I believe it was all planned. It was for a purpose, for me to feel what they're going through. Hunger. I would bring them to my house. We would eat my own food together. There was a time my mom went to England. They told me she was coming back, for example, let's say tomorrow. I told the whole neighborhood. All the children turned up because I'm like a leader. I always carry them all. They were almost 100 to receive my mother. She said, Amina, how many sweets did I bring? How will this reach all your friends? You will not get any sweets. I said, I don't mind. Give all of us. That's the kind of person I am. People first. I am not going there to go and take care of myself. I'm already well taken care of by God. I have enough means. I don't need a flamboyant life. I don't need a bulletproof car because I believe I'm for the people. They shouldn't want to shoot me. They shouldn't want to kill me. I'm taking care of them. I don't believe in having all these large convoys that they do. Who are you running from? Why are you speeding? Why can't you move around in your neighborhood and wave at your people? That's how we roll in England now. You will see Prime Minister on the underground with you. You will sit beside him. How are you, Minister? He says, I'm good, I'm good. You will see your representatives around you there. Why can't we have it here like that? Because they are running from their duties. They don't want to be so nearby before you jack the agbada and say, Oga, come. You told us you would do something for us the other day. But they can't jack him again. He has surrounded himself with 6 policemen.
Okay.
It's wrong.
All right, we're pressed for time, but before we go out, just like to ask you this question. If you are to rate the Seyi Makinde's administration 6 years in 2025, if you, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10.
So I would rate him in various sectors. I would give him probably a 7/10 because the problems were many before he came, truly. However, they have lacked in the area of welfareism. Welfareism. When you are a governor, whatever you are pushing out should be for everybody, regardless of party. So you will find some governors, when they push out empowerment for 100,000 people, it's always the party members that collected it. So what happened to the APC members? What happened? You understand what I mean? Residents. And there's so much he can do as one person. But when it comes to welfareism, I would rate him 5/10.
Average.
Yes. There's a lot more to be done. And he can quickly resolve that now. He has the time for it. All he has to do is forget that renovation. That house is not going to live there. Because if you're renovating something, won't it take 1 year at least? You should forget that one. You should carry that money now and genuinely use people's NIN, use people's profiles, and push out money to people to set up businesses. If you have to do seminars, bring them to their local governments to go and meet their chairman there. They will sit down. Everybody, make it an open invitation. They will use that to get trained, register their businesses for them. I do that for people for free. CAC registration is not that much. Pay for it, set them up in business, register them into the tax net so that they'll be paying that 10K mandatory every month. And you will see that you've scored 10/10.
Okay, on the federal level, let's go to the federal level now. The Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration.
Do you know?
2 years in 2025. What score are you going to give the president?
So I sat down one day and I started calculating. I was like, wait, so most times that we are complaining that some things are coming from the top, is actually coming from your state governors in your states. If you find out the amount of money President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has pushed into each state, given them for empowerment, to empower people in the state, but some governors have cleaned them out and given it to themselves and their people. So hasn't it at least tried? But the problem is the foundation of the party he joined was already rocky before he came there. That's why I said in everything I said in those days that he can never do us right enough, because he does not have enough people around him, genuine people around him, who will check and balance what's going on state by state. I'll give you an example of a northern state. One of my friends got a call. The SA to the governor in that northern state called him and said, you were a former aspirant, you ran for reps, give us 20 names of your people. The federal government has sent money for empowerment into the state. Let's empower 20 of your people, right? That's why I tell you that the money stays with the governor and the governor's party people, not the other people that might have voted but not in the party. I will take care of everybody, regardless of party. So he now sent them 20 names with bank accounts, right? Mistake was in one account, one GT account. Do you know the SA called back and said, we checked the accounts, there's one mistake in one account, correct it. So he was happy. He was like, good, that means they're doing right. That means they're ready. Then they called him back that he should pay for forms. 4,000 naira per form for the 20 people. That's 80,000 naira. He sent the money. So, okay, if I pay 4,000, you're telling me that President Bolanle Aminat Sarumi has said he should ginger people to 200,000, right? So he sent the 4K. They paid for it. My sister, till today, nobody saw any money. No 200,000 naira came to anybody through his own slot. So what does that teach us? Everybody, face your governors in your states. Make them accountable to you. When you hear any money is coming from the federal level and is meant to be pushed to the people of the state, push out en masse, protest peacefully, make sure that money comes to you. Make sure that money comes to the people. Where's the transparency? Let us see where the money went to.
So you're saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done well in 2 years. We should only hold the governors accountable.
So, first mistake he made when he came was putting that subsidy thing on the petrol, blah, blah. It's a needed thing, but not now.
Okay.
Not yet. Until you soften cushion the hardship first, then you can bring it in. But he made that big mistake of doing it from beginning. And he could have retracted it, but I don't know why he didn't. So we need a listening president. We need a president that will react and listen to when people complain. You need a governor that will listen to positive criticism and react to it. My criticism of Governor Seyi Makinde's renovation is a positive criticism. He's supposed to listen to it. He's supposed to work around it and reduce that cost so that money can go into the people. Because a few days later, I saw another one that he got 55 million euros or dollars for primary health centers and for boosting into the health sector. So that's a loan that it will be serviced for 10 or 20 years. I can't remember how many years. So we will now pay loan after you have gone. Why don't you carry your renovation 63 billion money and put it? Because when you change it to Naira, it's almost the same amount. Why not use that for the primary health centers? What's going on here? How long? Wow.
Okay.
My sister.
Okay, since you're a politician,
I'm a nation builder.
I can't. Okay.
Nation builder.
We see you as a politician.
We need to separate it.
We should.
It's nation building first, and then we are doing politics together.
Okay. Since you're a nation builder that plays politics, is it better that way?
It's better that way.
But you've been
because they are always insulting all of us join. They don't know some of us are good, and we get fed up in the end when nobody is getting it right.
Well, you have actually comfortably, would I say, ditched the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's question.
No, not really. I didn't. I said he got it wrong with the subsidy. He doesn't have enough good people around him to do checks and balances. When he's pushing out money to any state, he should announce it to the public so that the people will know what he's doing. Then he needs to listen to criticisms.
All right.
So I've answered you.
So as a nation builder, do you think we need a new constitution? Because, I mean, the controversy is all around there. There are people that believe that we need a brand new constitution for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While some people believe that we can still amend that.
It's amendment. We need to amend it because times change. Igbaman change. Nothing should be dormant. Whatever was written in those days is not what we are going through now today. So they have to amend it. But for selfish reasons, many members in the House and Senate will not want to touch it if it's going to affect them. So that's the problem.
Okay. So what do you think the next generation of female politicians should learn from your own journey?
They should learn to stay true to the mission. They should come in with genuine intentions to serve the people, not to get there and spend money on their jewelry or makeup or bags. And they should never fall for any of those my 3 Fs. Don't be afraid because your life belongs to God. Don't be worried about finances. Keep preaching. People will support you when they know you have a good mission. And frivolous offers, there's a way to bounce it off.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful conversation with you. I should say, Honorable Bolanle, it's been a wonderful conversation. And I love the fact that you are out there as a shining light. Not just for the women that we have now, but also for girls who aspire to join politics and also want to be something in politics. There are girls out there that still believe that they want to be maybe the first female president in Nigeria. And with you, that believe that it's possible. If,
it's possible. If
BASA can do it, I also can.
But they have to be tough. They have to be tough. I'm tired. You can see my energy is going down. I've been to like 2 interviews already today, and I've been around touring as well. So you have to be dedicated. The passion has to be real. If it's not real, I won't do this much hard work. I'll just look pretty once in a while, turn up on camera, just talk, and then bring out the billions election day.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Honorable Bolanle Aminat Sarumi-Aliyu, popularly known as BASA, and she is a daughter of the soil, Ibadan.
Raised, born,
in
UCH,
Ibadan. She's a
went
daughter
to
of the
Felele,
soil. And you
also
can see that
St.
she's been
Louis.
speaking quite a number of Yoruba. And her Yoruba is
Come on,
so
Badan,
thick.
kini so.
All right. Okay, that's the conversation, people. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Behind Closed Doors, and we've been able to put light to some matters and also get your opinion on some national issues and state issues. And we hope that when we get into the thick political period, you would also avail us the opportunity
I'll
to
always
have
be
a time with you.
available because I love to educate young ones about politics as well, so I'm available.
All right, people, that's the show today. Thank you for joining Behind Closed Doors. We come again with another guest to give us insights into the world of politics, not to know what happens behind closed doors, those deals, those gigs that you are not privileged to know or see. We bring them here and we get their opinion on that. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei, saying bye-bye and see you when I see you.